If you follow me on social media or know me in real life, you rarely see me in wigs this long. I cannot think of the last time I actually wore a wig this long out in the wild. Well, I think this wig is going to change that. So let's learn all about Olivia from John Renau. I'm a little behind. A lot of people have shared this one. Now it's my turn. My name is Denise. I am also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. I am here on behalf of Chiquel to bring you this review of Olivia. I'm so honored to be able to show you this style. Thank you so much for being here today. I will be telling you all about this style, and we will talk about this color in case maybe you're not looking for a wig like this, but you're looking at this video because this color is something you might want in another style, because they do carry a ton of styles in this color. So if you want to see only the color segment, that is toward the end of this video, I have time-stamped it in the description box below so you can just skip straight to it. Chiquel is both an online retailer as well as an in-person wig shop. They carry all the major name brands. They also have their own in-house line of wigs. They have live sales every week with huge discounts and giveaways. They also have an open box clearance section, a name your own price feature. So if you're looking for a wig and you'd like to see if you can get it for a little cheaper, you can name your own price. Lots and lots going on over at their website. I will link this wig below and a coupon code that will save you money on this or any John Renau wig and most of the other brands that they carry as well. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. Look at those layers. Love the face framing layers on this one. Let's talk for a moment about regular synthetic fibers, because this wig is made with regular synthetic fibers, not heat-friendly synthetic. And it's been a while. I don't review a lot of regular synthetic fibers these days. I don't think that the wig companies are coming out with as many. I have been told by some of the manufacturers that heat-friendly fibers are the most popular fibers. And I know some of you don't prefer heat-friendly, especially on longer pieces. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I, too, generally prefer heat-friendly fibers. I think that they look a little more realistic generally. They don't have a shine to them like regular synthetic can. They tend to feel more like human hair to me, whereas I think regular synthetic can sometimes feel a little more like doll hair. You know, not significant because in these higher end, more luxury wigs, I mean, you would hope that the fibers wouldn't be like doll hair, but there are some definite pros to regular synthetic. This wig is not going to get all frayed and frizzy on the ends quite as quickly as a heat-friendly of the same length, because there is a lot of friction on it, and that friction is harder on heat-friendly than on regular synthetic. I do notice though that this one does still tangle some. It's just that the tangles aren't as detrimental to the piece. So what I always say is, if you see, I've got a little bit of a tangle right there. Not terrible though, it comes out pretty easily. I always say if you're going to wear synthetic wigs, whether they're heat friendly or regular synthetic, if they are long enough to rub up on your clothing a lot, then you want to carry a wide tooth comb with you everywhere you go. And make sure you're combing through it. They make smaller ones that fit in your purse. This just happened to be what was handy down here. You especially want to comb through the nape of that wig because that's what's really going to tangle. And the worse those tangles get, the harder it's going to be to maintain the wig. So make sure you're prepared to comb through this every hour at least. And then you're going to get a lot longer life out of it. Now this one has a gorgeous lace front. I am just blown away by the lace front. It is so realistic looking. Look at that. It's even a darker color and it looks so realistic. They've done a phenomenal job of keeping those knots really, really small so that they're not as visible. It can be challenging to wear synthetics and heat-friendly synthetics in darker colors because the knots on these fibers cannot be bleached like they can on human hair, and sometimes they are a lot more visible. But if they do a good job, which they have, it can look so realistic. If you get a wig where you can see the knots a little more than you like, you can always put makeup on those knots. I do have a video showing how to do that. I don't even think it's necessary on this one. This is inside the cap. So what we have is an extended lace front. So they've got that lace extending ear tab to ear tab. You can tuck it just fine. You will not see a transition. We do have a full monofilament top. You can part it anywhere you want on the very top, so you're not stuck with the part that it comes with. Soft ear tabs with bendable stays. A hand-tied cap. This one is fully hand-tied. No closed wefting in the back. Hand-tied everywhere, which is awesome. And we have Velcro adjusters on the extended nape, so you can make this a little bit more customized of a fit around your circumference. Now, with a wig of this length, they can sometimes be quite heavy. This one feels so lightweight, and I think it is because this cap is hand-tied. Over the years, I have grown to really appreciate a hand-tied cap. In the beginning, I kind of thought, well, I don't really notice that much of a difference. But as I've worn wigs for a really long time, I have noticed that when I wear a hand-tied wig, I notice my wig less. It feels a lot more natural on my head. Not that anything is wrong with wefted wigs. I own them all. But to be able to throw a wig on and not have to worry about the wind blowing and you seeing wefting in the back, to not have to worry about someone maybe touching your head a little bit and feeling that wefting because they can't. So going to the doctor, going to the dentist, going on a date, all of those things are a little bit more comfortable when you know that the wig is going to feel a lot more natural should somebody touch your head a little bit. I just love hand-tied pieces. If you are someone who likes to style your wigs, maybe you like to wear your wigs in updos or ponytails, you can absolutely do that with a wefted wig. It just can sometimes take a little bit more work. But with a wig like this, you're not working around wefting. And what happens when you have a wig that is fully hand-tied is all the hair moves independent of the other hair around it. So when you want to pull it up in a ponytail, for example, you can achieve a little bit of a higher ponytail because all the hair is moving independently. When you've got a weft track, all the hair on that track moves together, and then you get some difficulty in it lifting at the bottom, which this one isn't doing. And with there being potential gaps within that where you might wind up seeing down to cap. So if you can afford the higher price point of a fully hand-tied wig, they are much more labor intensive to make, so they are more expensive. I do think it's worth it, especially for all the reasons I've just mentioned. And if you like to style or want to try to style your wigs, hand-tied caps can make that easier. Now, they have listed this as a light density piece. Personally, I think it's more of a medium density. I have tried thousands of wigs over the years. Density is tricky because it's a personal opinion type situation. There isn't any standard to density. It's not a certain weight that makes a wig a certain density. It's really dependent on what that company determines is light versus medium versus heavy density. The type of fibers can impact density, how density feels, whether it feels like a lot of hair or not as much hair. I do think this feels heavier than a light density piece in my opinion. It's not ridiculously heavy, but it isn't, in my opinion, like a light density. The hand-tied cap helps with that a ton. So I think it's not going to be overwhelming. I think the layers help. It's not going to be overwhelming. It's not going to feel like you have too much hair, but I have had lighter density pieces. This has 0 Permatease because it has a fully hand-tied cap, so we don't have any Permatease on this one. So it is nice and flat. It is not poofy and full and voluminous. You're not getting any volume out of this one. I think it looks like a beautiful, healthy head of hair that maybe you round brushed a little bit. The style is baked in. You never have to worry about it getting frizzy in humidity, or if you get caught in the rain, it's just going to dry beautifully just like it looks now. So many benefits to it, but when it comes to density and Permatease and volume, I would say this is more moderate density, but no poof or fullness. The fit is really average, I would say, true to average. I am getting extra cap up here. I do have to cinch this one in so that it fits my circumference well. I have a 21.5-ish circumference, and I am pretty petite actually over the top of my head. Most average cap wigs fit me large. You saw when I took this wig off, I have a wig grip on. That's all I really need to do, and it's super secure. I would actually ride a roller coaster with this one, just as it is with the wig grip. I would have no worries about it coming off, but it can, when you're new to wigs, it can sometimes take some time to get used to wearing a wig that maybe fits a little large. I think you can be a fair amount larger than me in your measurements and have this fit you, and you can find all of my measurements down below in the description box. Let's talk about this color, 𝖳tuRyi𝗌𝗂𝗋𝖾, also known as Mousse Cake. What this has is it's a medium brown, so it's not super dark, it's not light, it's really in between. And then it's got 33% medium natural blonde highlights. The thing is, with this one, they don't really look super blonde. So when I first started wearing wigs, my bio hair is naturally dark brown, and I was coloring it the darkest brown box dye that I could find at the drugstore because it thickened my hair up a little bit and I could blend dark brown hair fibers with that color. So I darkened my hair just slightly. And so when I came to wigs, I could not wear any type of a highlighted brown. I couldn't wear even, for sure not a light brown. Even medium browns were iffy for me. I could wear this one because the blonde highlights are not blonding, if that makes sense. They definitely add dimension. You can kind of see them here and there, but they are very, very subtle. So if you are a brunette, and you can't do those heavily highlighted brunettes, you don't like the bronze, which are kind of a light brown, blonde blend, I think you could do Mousse Cake. As long as you're not looking for the nearly black colors, because this isn't that dark, I think you could do this one. And if you don't like reds, you don't like warmth, this would be a great one. There are so few brunettes in the synthetic wig world that don't pull some sort of red. This does not at all. No red. It's gorgeous. It's a neutral brown. I wouldn't really call it ashy because I don't think it looks gray in any lighting at all. And for me, my benchmark for these colors, which is also somewhat subjective, cool versus warm, is if the wig pulls red in some lighting, it's probably leaning warm. If it pulls grayish in some lighting, it's probably leaning cool. And if it does neither, then it's a neutral color. That's how I judge it. Neutral right here. Beautiful. Everything about this wig is amazing, so I highly recommend it. Let me know if you have questions, though, and expect to see me sharing this on social media more. Don't forget about Chiquel. They're great. They support me, so please support them, and let's get outside. See you guys soon. Oh, here we are, one of my absolute favorites. 𝖳tuRyiyiR𝗋𝖾. Love this color. Such great lighting to show you this with no clouds. I'm sorry, no sun, no direct sun, plenty of clouds, but that's what we like. Bright enough to see this color without the glare from direct sunlight. And there goes Max. He's so noisy. Now, I just took this out of the box. I've combed through it, but that's all I've done to it. Haven't even reviewed it yet, but I can already tell this is my dream hair. I will be wearing her. It's rare that I make exceptions for long styles because I don't love long hair and my husband doesn't love long hair on me, but she gets the exception. There you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.